Hey, what's up? I love when I'm excited for these videos at the start because usually like when I start to prepare for the videos, I'm so tired. So if I when I do like a switch, it's like a 180. But what's up? So I just did my first day at UMD. Really good. I think it was much more of a I want to say minimalist survivalist day. Really, really tired. Interesting situation coming to my first day of a new school. However, thank the Lord, it went really well. Got my appointment sorted out. That was a process. That could be a whole video or series in its own, but that's finally done. Got a good price on the apartment, thank the Lord. It's a really good apartment, it's a new apartment, and the area situated in is amazing. There's a lot of food places nearby. It has a Green Turtle, it has like Popeyes, it has boba tea, Kung Fu tea. I mean, just a lot of good food stores. It has an Adidas store for some reason, so I think if I need shoes and I want to spend like $40 to $60, I can do that any day of the week, I guess. But that's really nice. But I guess today I was just meant to go to classes and get a sense for the school. I think as a transfer student, I think what I was looking out for is what's the vibe like? What's the people like? What's the buildings like? And I think buildings are something that's really important to me. I don't know why. It just makes me feel better. For example, at Pitt, one of my biggest qualms with Pitt was that the computer science building sucked. I remember they were doing a survey form one time. I did a full in-depth form. I don't usually do survey forms, but I felt like it was necessary for the school. So I did. I was really in depth. I really wrote all my opinions out. Um, I think the second thing I was doing a comparative. I was just kind of comparing the two schools, Pitt and UMD, because I think that's a natural thing in my situation, transferring from both. Someone who had a lot going on at Pitt, so I think something I'm going to be asking myself a lot this week, maybe, is was it worth it? And I don't know if okay, the answer is yes. I think it's always going to be a matter of yes. I'm not someone who usually reflects on my decisions and it's like, okay, if I'd only done this, my whole life would be so much better. No, I usually think, thanks to God, I really think any path I am walking in life is usually the best one. And that's a scary idea because, I can't predict what's going to happen in the future, but I think that's just how it works. I'm really blessed to have that mentality and have that life. But in saying that, I was comparing the two. I think right now, I can't compare the classes and all of that, but I can say one UMD is a much more diverse school. It's like it's crazy. There's a kind. I don't know if it's the smell or like smell is probably the wrong word for this, but it's like compared to like the populations and the groups, it's much more diverse. The buildings in UMD are much better. I will say though, UMD feels much more of a school campus where like secluded campus, whereas Pitt was a urban campus. I think what I like about urban campus is that no matter the time of the day, it just felt like I don't know, it just felt nice. It felt like you just walk in the city, you kind of like the view. Like with UMD, like there's good like views, but like sometimes when you're just walking, it kind of just feels dead. Like I remember I was like 11 a.m. or I think yeah, it was 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. I think everyone's in classes maybe, but and then I was just walking by myself and it was like the most dead view there was. But I think whereas in Pitt, like if it was like 1 a.m. I was walking, even though it's a bit scary because like it's obviously an urban campus. It just felt nice. Like the views looked nice. I don't know. Maybe it's too much nostalgia speaking for me right now. But it's nice. I don't know. I really like the campus. It's a big campus, so for someone who likes walking, that's really nice. But also, it's like a lot of walking. I know for my where my apartment is situated, it's like I max 20-minute, 25-minute walk to some classes, and then that's with my backpack that's really heavy. So who knows how that's gonna be going. In terms of other stuff though, I think the classes are nice. I haven't met my calc teacher. I think calc two is a class that I don't think it's heavily depend. No, I don't think it's fully dependent on the professor, but I do think it's heavily dependent on the professor because Calc 2, I don't want to say the material is insanely difficult, depending on who you are. But I do think a teacher can make it more confusing and make it unnecessarily difficult, and a teacher can make it easily accessible and just help you understand the content. So I'm really excited to meet the professor. The TA does seem awesome, really cool dude. All the teachers I actually met today seemed awesome. I remember with physics, I came a bit late. So the dude, I asked the professor, hey, can I get the worksheet? And he's like, yeah, I don't have any, but what's your name? I'll send it to you. So I think he's going to do that. I think there's no one else in the class called Chukudalu. So I'm confident that he's not going to make a mistake. But yeah, I think it was a nice first day of school. I still have yet to move in though. I went to my apartment. I sat there for a bit. I actually got so tired, I just laid on the bed flat without any beddings or anything, which is probably very unhygienic. But it's nice. I'm happy to be here. I think at first I was a bit worried. It was like, because this process has been really weird and it's somehow very slow but very fast. And it's like, I haven't had the moment to actually process it, right? I think I actually accepted my UMD offer like 4 weeks, 3 weeks ago. So it's like, it's been a very interesting time I've been working on. So like when I'm actually there on campus, it kind of feels surreal. It's just like, oh dang, like I don't know, it's weird to explain. But I'm here. I'm working it. I take it a step at a time. Yeah, I think what's gonna be next though, after I do these next set of classes, hopefully I'm not as tired as I was today. Um, I can look at like different places. So I know research is something that's really big for me. Research is where I can find the experience, but I can also find a way to make money at the same time. So I want to do both of those. Even though the experience thing outweighs the money thing, because research doesn't really pay that well, if I remember correctly. But it's nice to have some like money to buy food here and there, and do Ubers here and there. But yeah, I think that's where my head is at. I think that's where my goals are right now. But yeah, I'm excited. Besides that, though, I have nothing else to say. So, have a great day.